Hey everyone, Connie here with an update regarding the channel coming back from break, I guess you could say, just for lack of a better way to put it. Um, so last week, you may remember at the beginning of last week, exactly a week ago on Monday, I posted a video talking about the Black Lives Matter protests and the George Floyd murder, um, who at the time I think I had actually not remembered the name of, but still. Um, yeah. Um, I talked about how it was affecting me, how I was emotionally and mentally drained by all of that, how it bothered me, how any of this kind of racist bullshit that keeps going on in 2020 bothers me. And I mentioned how it would probably affect my release schedule for reactions. And it did. I mean, I didn't, I said I would try to get anything out that I could, but I was going to make no promises. And it ended up just turning into taking the week off. And that wasn't fully intentional. I wanted to get something out, but yeah. And in that week and everything, with the protests going on, stuff had been accomplished because of it. These protests, and honestly, especially because of the riots, progress has been made. And it's not enough. It's definitely not enough, but progress has been made. The cops who are behind George Floyd's murder have been arrested and charged. Another case from before has been reopened. Apparently, the Minneapolis Police Department is being shut down. All kinds of important shit is happening because of these protests. And yet, there's still, for some reason, people out there on the wrong side of this all who are saying, like, oh, but what is this going to accomplish? What is your protesting going to accomplish? You're not going to accomplish anything. It's accomplishing a shit ton, Karen. Sit down. But yeah, and that's how it's always been throughout history. Protests, riots, they fix problems. They always have. Because, unfortunate as it is when you think about it, the Civil Rights Act of 1968 was only passed, and it wasn't the only Civil Rights Act in the 60s, just saying that right off the bat. There was one, I think, in 64. But the one from 68 was only passed not because of Martin Luther King Jr.'s stances and his speeches and everything, but it was only passed after he was killed and riots happened. It was passed in response to the riots, not Martin Luther King Jr. himself, not even his murder, but the riots that happened afterwards. Riots get shit done. Riots liberated this country from British rule. The entire Revolutionary War was a giant riot. But anyway, the point of this all is that in the last week shit got done. But it's still going on. Protests are still happening, and shit still needs to change to get better. And I'm speaking as a white person. We can't let this racist bullshit against black people, against any people of color, but especially black people in this situation, go on. We can't let it go on. We need to speak out, especially as white people. We need to speak out against the privilege we do have. We need to speak out against white supremacy. Terry Crews even said that on Twitter. Black actor, artist, musician, just every man kind of thing. You all know who Terry Crews is. Um, he spoke out on Twitter basically saying that for this movement to really have any effect, white people need to, and I'm paraphrasing obviously, white people need to get involved as well. That without white people fighting for this as well, then it could lean too far the other way. And instead of fighting for equality, it could end up going towards supremacy on the other side. And a lot of people just started attacking him for this. In fact, it seemed to be kind of the popular thing to do on Twitter at the time. To attack him for it and saying, like, oh, he's a shitty person because of this, because he's telling the truth. He's not saying anything negative against the Black Lives Matter movement. He's not standing up for white people in this situation either. He's saying that white people need to join this movement. That white people need to understand what kind of shit is going on from their own side of things, and they need to fight back against it just as much. That's important. That's necessary. And it's true. But this last week, it's just like with all this going on, it's completely taken my mind away from being able to properly put myself into my recordings. As I have stated in the past, recording a reaction, at least for me, I can't speak for every other reactor out there, but at least for me, takes energy. It takes effort. It's more than just sitting in front of my computer watching shit. I actually have to put effort into reacting to it, into speaking about what's going on, giving my thoughts as it's going on and everything. And that takes effort from me because I don't normally do that when I'm just watching something on my own. I might like make a little comment here and there, but that's about it. For example, if I'm currently watching through Better Call Saul. When I'm sitting here, or laying in my room or whatever, watching an episode of Better Call Saul, I'm not sitting there like talking about every little thing that happens, or comparing every little thing that happens, or thinking back to every little thing from previous seasons or whatnot. I'm not sitting there um, analyzing it and thinking about how it can all connects and everything. But when I'm reacting to a series or whatever here on YouTube, when I'm recording a reaction, I do that kind of stuff. I think about how it connects. And yeah, of course, you guys know me. A lot of times I miss things. I miss a lot of connections even, and I forget things that had happened previously. I do. I won't argue that. But I'm trying to put stuff together in my head pretty much the entire time I'm watching. I'm making connections, and yes, I'm still enjoying. I'm still like, oh yeah, I'm watching to enjoy it. But I am thinking about it, and again, I'm actively like putting forth effort to speak on it, to give my thoughts to the camera, to you guys as I do, and it takes it out of me. Plus, then I have to do the afterthoughts and everything, and yeah. So this last week, I just didn't have it in me. With everything that was going on, I just did not have it in me to be able to put forth the effort into doing these reactions. But this week, I am going to try and get back because we've had almost a full 2 weeks off. Because even before last week, the week before that, we didn't even upload a lot that week. It was a slow week as well. And you guys have already shown support for me in the past when I've said that with this unscheduled style we're doing for the channel, where the reactions don't have a schedule, I just get to them whenever. you guys have shown support for that, and are saying like, oh, it's okay, get to it when you can and all. And I appreciate that. And I'm still going to do that. But I do want to get to the stuff still. I still want to put out content for you guys because that does matter to me. So, yeah, I am going to try to get back on the ball this week. I am recording something today. I'm hoping to continue recording throughout this week. It probably won't be every day. It just won't. I would be very surprised if I am up for recording something every day. But I will do my best. I'll get to whatever I can and whatever I feel like I'm in the mood to record. And hopefully we just get this back in the swing of things. We get this ball rolling. And we keep it moving. Now, another thing I want to do this week, besides just getting back into reactions, there is another top 10 I want to do. And this is one that I've been thinking about for a bit now, and have just been trying to like kind of put together a list. It's kind of it's similar to a previous one I did. Um, so there's that. But I'm not going to tell you guys exactly what it is yet because I kind of want to keep the surprise. That's all I'm going to give you as a hint, that it's the same kind of list as one I've done in the past, just for a different series. So I've done this list, this topic, but it's for a different series than I did last time. So that's my hint. Not much to go on, I know. So yeah. Yeah. Um, Another thing I've been doing, just to kind of catch you guys up on how things have been going for me during this past week and during these, well, technically past 2 weeks again. I've been playing a lot of games and stuff, and those are going to start coming into videos as well. Not that I'm like going to bring the games onto videos, because I have no like way to do a capture card thing with my Switch Lite at the moment. I don't even know if there is a capture card thing for a Switch Lite specifically. Um, but I've been playing a lot of games lately, and some specific ones, and I kind of want to talk about them and maybe do some lists on them. Like I've been playing Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. I've been playing a lot of Stardew Valley. Um, I've been continuing to play other games that I've played, like Animal Crossing, BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. I've been playing Elder Scrolls Blades and One Piece Pirate Warriors 3. And I've even been playing some stuff on the PC lately, such as a game that I definitely will be talking about sometime in the near future. Um, so yeah, I just want to let you guys know that even during all this time off and everything, I was still keeping myself busy and entertaining myself. It's not like I was just focusing heavily on all this horrible bullshit going on in the world the entire time. I was doing other stuff still. I was not in the mood to record. I was not in the mood to like react to anything, you know? So I've just been keeping myself busy in other ways. But like I said, we're gonna just start changing that this week. I don't know exactly how much we're gonna be able to get to, but we are gonna try to get to something. We are gonna try to get to some as much as we possibly can. And who knows? Who knows? It might just end up being a lot. It might just end up being a lot. I don't know. I'm not going to promise anything. I'm going to try to get to as much as I can, but I'm not going to overwork myself either because that could go in completely wrong direction for coming back off of some time off. Um, but I'm going to try to do as much as I can, and we'll kind of see where we go with it. So yeah, like I said, expect a reaction today though. Later today, I will be reacting to something. I'll probably be recording it like right after I record and upload this. Um, so yeah, I will be getting something up today. I don't know exactly when. I'm gonna try to upload it earlier than instead of waiting until late at night like I usually have. But we'll see how that goes. um, but yeah, you'll see what it is when we get to it. But yeah, I've never been good at speaking. Um, Either way, I thank you all for understanding and everything during this time, during this past week. And yeah, we'll see we'll see how it goes. Oh, and one last thing before we end this. Um, I did see the trailer, the Kickstarter trailer for season 4 of Wakfu. Um, and yeah, I mean, it was already obvious, but yeah, I will be reacting to that when that eventually comes out. Um, because I mean, obviously, I reacted to the first 3 seasons. I've been wanting there to be continuation since season 3 left off on a kind of a bit of a cliffhanger. Um, and yeah, season 4, the trailer for season 4 looks interesting. It looks interesting. I'm really confused at what's happening in most of it, but I think that's the point. It's not showing stuff from the very beginning of the season, because I assume the season's going to start like right where season 3 left off. Um, but we'll see. We'll see. Either way, either way. So yeah, that will be reacted to once that comes out. I wanted to mention that because I noticed that was posted to Discord earlier and everything. Um, so yeah. Either way, thank you once again for understanding during this past week and everything. And yeah, we're getting back into reactions. And my camera died. Crap. Well, that's a sign to close out this video. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time.